Yes, he does. Now, number 3, I did speak about it last time we did a pod, and I love it, and I am working towards the platinum at the moment, and it's Evil West. And at the moment, I am still completely gushing about it. It's brilliant. It's honestly...
You've been enjoying that, haven't you?
I really have, and I think the main reason why I've been enjoying it, as I mentioned the other week, is purely because I'm a massive fan of Dark Watch. Did you play Dark Watch on PS2?
No.
Dark Watch is phenomenal. It's basically the same story as Evil West, pretty much, where it's a big cowboy institute who hunt down mythical monsters like vampires and werewolves and everything, and you play as a guy in Dark Watch called what's he called? Jericho Cross, which is the most cowboy name which I could think of. And the Dark Watch logo is literally a skull surrounded by bullets, so it's quite metal. It's great. But Dark Watch is a brilliant game if you've never played it. I do boot it up on the PS2 every now and again because it's really, really fun to play. But Evil West sort of takes that and moves it into that God of War style, over-the-shoulder, third-person action-adventure RPG sort of style thing where you can customize your character, upgrades. And the most interesting thing is, and I think it's really nice, is that each weapon has a dedicated button.
Oh, I like that, yeah.
So you don't have to go on a stupid weapon wheel and switch weapons constantly. Like
on UFC, each button is a different limb.
Exactly, it's exactly like that. It sort of took that formula but applied it to a cowboy vampire hunting game.
There we go, it's just cowboy UFC.
Oh, can you
imagine?
There is
actually a UFC fighter where he's retired now, Cowboy Cerrone. It's just based on Cowboy Cerrone.
It might actually be. But it's like, so R2 is your pistol. You can like hold that and it shoots out in quick succession. If you hold down L2, it aims either your carbine rifle or it's. Did you watch I think is it 2005? The 2005 Van Helsing film with Hugh Jackman.
I have seen it. I don't remember much of it, but I know that I've seen it.
Do you recall the like machine gun crossbow that he has?
No,
well,
I don't.
So you
it's
get
been a while.
You basically get a machine gun crossbow, and it's so good. So you have a switch between that, and then you have like square is like a quick fire double barrel shotgun, and then you have like this grenade, and then you can stun all the enemies by pressing triangle. Like every button does a different thing, and you can do all these different combos and everything. Now, saying that, the story it's not the best story in the world. It's just classic. It's sort of like there's a big bad guy and everybody wants to go kill him. That's it. But that's classic. It's a classic PS3 style game, which is sort of the game that I've been wanting to play because I think
missed the PS3 games.
Exactly.
They were so simple.
It is. It's simple, and that's the core of it. And I think we've got so bogged down. Well, the gaming industry's got so bogged down in having to pump out 70 to 150 hour RPGs, which nobody can complete unless you're a student.
Yeah, I think it's just that's just the way storytelling's gone in general in film and television as well. You think of films in the noughties. We were watching some the other week, and they were quite simple. They're about an hour and 20 minutes or so. There'd be a nice story. You could follow it all the way through. Whereas now everything's got to be like 6 or 7 2.5 hour films, which you have to really pay attention to follow what's going on, and you have to really think. And I think it's nice sometimes just to have something that's a bit more linear. Things are explained along the way, and you can just follow. And it's just okay. We'll introduce the protagonist early on, and an antagonist, sorry, and your whole journey is getting your own back on them.
Yeah, and that's a nice thing to go for. And I think that we need more games like it. Like I remember a couple of years ago, I think it was 2018 or 2019. Do you remember when they released the remake of Medieval?
Yes, I do remember. Yeah,
I remember booting up and going, "This is great! Like this is what I've been wanting." Because I just finished playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey and spent 120 hours platinuming it, doing all the DLC and everything. And then Medieval came out, and I remember just booting it up and thinking, this is what I've been needing. Just a nice linear game where I can just go around, swing a sword. It's not taxing on my brain. I can do individual levels. You
never see a mission select menu anymore, do you?
No, you never see a mission select menu.
And I think that's why I quite like Call of Duty still, is because they still do that. You can just you have a start and an end point. of a campaign, and you don't have campaigns anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't have like stories. It's just one big open thing that takes hours and can go in loads of directions, and I love that. But also, give me something simple at the same
Yeah.
time, something I can bang out in 20 hours or so, and not have to invest my whole life into getting fulfillment from it.
Yeah, that's exactly what Evil West is. As soon as you finish the mission, you can hop back on and replay it, and it's got like a collectible counter because there's like three different types of collectibles. There's bags of money, which is what you buy upgrades for your weapons for. There's lore collectibles, which you don't really need to get them, but it's interesting because each one you don't actually have to read. There's a voiceover for each one, so you can just sit there and listen to it, and it's really nice. And then the next one is it's sort of like upgrades and perks for your character, and you get them in chests. And like I said, on the mission select screen, you can see how many of you've got and if you've got them all or not, and there's trophies attached to them. So that's really nice that they've brought back some classic type of gaming. And I think from what I know, it's sold pretty well. The reviews are pretty decent. And you know what? It looks fantastic. It's very, very colourful. The colours are so out there in your face with some of the lighting choices in some of the scenes. Like, one of the first missions is this train that explodes, and you're in the middle of the desert, and it's at sunset. So you've got all the red flames, but then you've got like the orange sunset and everything, and it's a very beautiful game.
I think that's the thing is as they developed consoles, they started initially like PS1, PS2, PS3, and then PS4 was a case of how can we make the game look better and perform better. Now it's a case of, oh yeah, we'll tweak that a bit, but actually, can you fit this massive map onto the hard drive and load it all at once and have all this stuff? So it is nice just when some games it's really nice to have that big expansion, that massive environment, that really in-depth story. Other times it's nice just to have a fun story and it looks good and has cool features.
And that's exactly what Evil West is.
Yeah, I might have to buy this.
I mean, well, I'll send it you if you want, because as soon as I've platinumed it, I'll send it you along, so you can have a little play of it. It's
Very nice.
15 hours to finish the campaign, and then I think it's probably about 22 to platinum it, 'cause it's basically just a clear up and then finishing it on the hardest difficulty. So,
oh, not playing games on a hard difficulty. It's Elden Ring all over again.
it is Elden Ring all over again, but it
Give
is
me
New
easy
Game
mode.
Plus.
I'm a noob.
New Game Plus though, so you get your full upgrades, and you
that's
get
all
your
right.
because the machine gun crossbow basically destroys every single enemy, and as soon as you get onto those first levels again, it wrecks everything. So it's really good.
Yeah.
Gonna move on